Cars, like people, have ways of speaking. They don't use words, but every squeak, rattle, hiss, or thump is a message. Sometimes it's harmless background chatter, but other times it's a desperate warning that something is going seriously wrong. In this video, we're going to uncover the 10 sudden car noises that could mean serious trouble. These aren't sounds you should ignore. Each one could signal a hidden problem, problems that can snowball into major repairs, breakdowns, or even dangerous situations on the road. So buckle up, listen closely, and by the end of this video, you'll know how to recognize these sounds, what they might mean, and why ignoring them could cost you more than you realize. Noise number 1, engine knocking or pinging. There's a unique sound that strikes fear in the heart of car lovers everywhere. The knocking, pinging, or rattling noise coming from the engine. Imagine sitting at a red light, and instead of your engine humming, you hear a metallic tapping, like marbles rolling around inside. That's not a soundtrack you want for your daily drive. Engine knocking often means incomplete combustion inside your cylinders. Instead of smooth power strokes, you get uneven explosions. Causes range from using the wrong fuel, carbon buildup, faulty spark plugs, or worse, serious timing issues. Left unchecked, this can lead to piston damage, worn bearings, or even catastrophic engine failure. It's not just a sound, it's your engine begging for help. Expand with detailed causes, driving scenarios, mechanics warnings, real-world examples, how ignoring leads to engine rebuilds, etc. Noise number 2, brakes squealing or grinding. Your brakes are your lifeline. When they start squealing, screeching, or grinding, that's not background noise. It's an alarm. A high-pitched squeal often means your brake pads are worn thin, and a small metal tab is scraping against the rotor to warn you. Grinding, however, means the pads are gone. Now it's metal against metal, your rotors being chewed apart every time you press the pedal. This not only reduces stopping power, but also drastically increases repair costs. What could have been a simple pad replacement becomes a rotor replacement, maybe even calipers. Ignore it, and you're gambling with your safety. Stopping distance increases, brake fade sets in, and accidents become far more likely. Expand with detailed explanation of braking system, signs of brake wear, horror stories of ignored noises, comparisons of repair costs, how heat affects brakes, how to test safely, etc. Noise number 3, screeching or squealing belts. If you've ever started your car on a cold morning and heard a loud squeal, chances are it's a serpentine belt crying out for attention. That belt powers vital systems, your alternator, power steering, air conditioning, even your water pump. When a belt slips, wears, or cracks, the squeal is a warning sign. If it snaps while you're driving, you lose all those systems instantly. Imagine losing power steering at highway speeds, or your alternator dying in the middle of the night. Replacing a belt is cheap. Replacing everything it damages when it breaks is not. Expand with how belts work, signs of wear, roadside failure stories, preventive maintenance tips, how tensioners affect belt life, belt replacement intervals, DIY versus mechanic work, etc. Noise number 4, loud exhaust rumble or hissing. Cars should purr, not roar, unless you're intentionally driving a modified exhaust. But when your everyday sedan suddenly sounds like a muscle car, or you hear hissing under the hood, something's wrong. A hole in your exhaust system not only increases noise, it can let dangerous carbon monoxide leak into the cabin. A failing muffler or catalytic converter can also create rumbling or rattling sounds. Ignoring this can mean failed emissions tests, engine performance issues, or worse, carbon monoxide poisoning. Expand with what exhaust leaks sound like, dangers of fumes, environmental consequences, repair scenarios, dramatic examples, etc. Noise number 5, wheel bearing humming or growling. A rhythmic humming that grows louder with speed isn't just road noise. It could be failing wheel bearings. Bearings allow your wheels to spin smoothly. When they wear out, friction increases, heat builds up, and failure looms. A failed wheel bearing can cause your wheel to wobble or even detach. This is not a sound you can afford to ignore. Expand with how bearings work, symptoms, mechanic stories of failure, dangerous outcomes, roadside emergencies, repair tips, cost comparison, etc. Noise number 6, Suspension, clunking or banging. Hit a bump and hear a clunk? That's your suspension crying out. Worn struts, shocks, or bushings often produce knocking sounds. Left unresolved, your car loses stability, handling suffers, and other parts wear faster. Suspension isn't just about comfort, it's about control. Without it, every pothole becomes a threat. Expand with how suspension works, tie rods, ball joints, dangers of ignoring, case studies of accidents, how to test suspension health, etc. Noise number 7, transmission grinding or whining. A grinding gear shift or whining sound when accelerating often points to transmission trouble, and transmission repairs aren't cheap. Manuals grind when synchros wear, automatics whine when low on fluid or when internal gears fail. Either way, delay repairs and you risk losing your entire transmission. Expand with cost comparisons, fluid maintenance, horror stories of total failure, towing risks, transmission rebuilds, preventative habits, etc. Noise number 8, hissing or gurgling under the hood. Coolant leaks, vacuum leaks, or overheating can create hissing or bubbling sounds. Hear it after shutting off your engine? That's coolant boiling inside your system. Ignore it, and your engine risks overheating, leading to warped heads, blown gaskets, or a seized block. Expand with cooling system explanation, overheating dangers, real-world breakdown examples, repair scenarios, etc. Noise number 9, rattling heat shield or underbody parts. That rattling under your car may not seem serious until it is. Loose heat shields, skid plates, or underbody panels can detach at speed, creating road hazards. Sometimes rattles point to deeper issues like loose exhaust parts or failing mounts. Expand with mechanics anecdotes, how rattles progress, safety dangers, quick inspections, etc. Word count target for this section, approximately 1,500 words. Noise number 10, loud bang or backfire. A sudden bang from your exhaust or engine isn't just startling, it's a red flag. Backfires can be caused by fuel not burning properly, timing issues, or exhaust leaks. They can damage your catalytic converter, muffler, or even engine internals. Expand with how backfires happen, why they're dangerous, differences between harmless versus serious bangs, how to prevent, etc. Cars speak in sounds, some are harmless, but these 10 sudden noises, they're warning bells. Ignore them and you risk safety, money, and peace of mind. Remember, your car doesn't make noise for no reason. Pay attention, act early, and you'll save yourself from serious trouble. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more car knowledge